What if tomorrow the United States and the European Union had to cut ties with China? No trade, no collaboration, no tech deals, no imports. Your smartphone? Gone. Your affordable clothing? Vanished. The medications keeping millions alive? Many would become scarce overnight. A shocking 70% of the antibiotics consumed in America come from Chinese factories. The solar panels powering Europe's green revolution? The rare earth metals driving our technological future? All gone. This isn't a sci-fi scenario. It's a real question that politicians, economists, and military strategists are grappling with every single day. Because China isn't just another country. It's the backbone of the world's supply chain, the gatekeeper of rare earth minerals, and a quiet puppet master, pulling strings from Beijing to Brussels. Let's start with some numbers that illustrate our current reality. China accounts for approximately 28% of global manufacturing output, more than the United States, Japan, and Germany combined. In 2023, the US imported over $482 billion in goods from China, while the EU imported goods worth approximately €472 billion. But these massive figures only tell part of the story. The true depth of Western dependency on China goes far beyond simple import statistics. Take the smartphone in your pocket. While it might say designed in California or carry a European brand name, its components traveled through a complex supply chain deeply rooted in China. The rare earth elements in its speakers, the lithium-ion battery cells, the circuit boards, and countless other components likely passed through Chinese factories. And this dependency pattern repeats across countless industries. In healthcare, China produces over 40% of the world's active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs. When COVID-19 hit, Western nations suddenly realized that their medical supply chains, from personal protective equipment to ventilator components, were heavily concentrated in the very country where the pandemic began. In clean energy, China dominates the solar panel industry, producing over 80% of the world's polysilicon, the key material in solar cells. Europe's ambitious climate goals rely heavily on Chinese manufacturing capacity. In retail, Western consumers have grown accustomed to affordable goods, ranging from clothing to furniture to electronics, all made possible by China's manufacturing ecosystem and relatively low labor costs. It's not just physical goods. China's influence now stretches into the digital frontier. TikTok. With over 1 billion users worldwide and rising political tensions, it's not just a social app. It's a geopolitical chess piece. Owned by Chinese company ByteDance, it's become a cultural weapon, and critics argue it shapes opinion and attention in ways that serve Beijing's interests. Huawei, once a top global telecom provider, was poised to build 5G infrastructure across Europe before US pressure forced many countries to reconsider. Then there's AI and semiconductors. China has been pumping billions of dollars into AI development, and while the US still leads in chip design, China dominates in chip assembly and some levels of manufacturing. Now let's talk about what might be China's most powerful economic lever: rare earth elements. Despite their name, these 17 elements aren't actually rare in the Earth's crust. What is rare, however, is the willingness to mine and process them, given the environmental impact and technical challenges involved. China currently controls approximately 85% of the global rare earth processing capacity. These elements are essential for everything from smartphones and electric vehicles to military hardware like fighter jets and missile guidance systems. Take neodymium and praseodymium, two rare earths crucial for making permanent magnets used in electric vehicle motors and wind turbines. China's dominance in processing these materials means that Western green technology ambitions are effectively dependent on Chinese supply chains. In 2010, we got a glimpse of what this dependency could mean when China briefly restricted rare earth exports to Japan during a territorial dispute. Prices skyrocketed globally, and the incident served as a wake-up call about China's potential economic leverage. The Pentagon now considers rare earth dependency a significant national security vulnerability. European policymakers share these concerns, but addressing the problem means developing mining and processing capabilities that would take years and billions in investment to establish, not to mention overcoming significant environmental opposition to new mining operations in Western countries. Beyond the economic realm, China has systematically expanded its political and cultural influence across the West in ways both obvious and subtle. Over the years, Beijing has mastered the art of economic diplomacy. Invest in Africa, give loans to Latin America, build ports in Europe. All of it has strings attached. Through the Belt and Road Initiative, China has built influence across 150-plus countries, often providing infrastructure in exchange for long-term loyalty, or silence on controversial issues like Hong Kong or Taiwan. China has also developed sophisticated influence operations targeting Western politics. A 2022 report from cybersecurity researchers identified large-scale Chinese information operations attempting to influence US midterm elections. Similar efforts have been documented in European elections, particularly in countries considering policies that might affect Chinese interests. One commonly proposed solution to China's dependency is simply moving manufacturing elsewhere. But this overlooks the sophisticated ecosystem China has built over decades. Consider Shenzhen, once a fishing village, now a manufacturing metropolis. Within a few square miles, you can find suppliers for virtually every component needed for electronics manufacturing, alongside skilled workers, logistics networks, and the entire supporting infrastructure. The case of masks during the COVID-19 pandemic provides a perfect example. When global demand surged, Chinese factories were able to scale production from 20 million masks per day in January 2020 to 110 million by March. This rapid scaling was possible because of established manufacturing ecosystems. For all its power, China isn't untouchable. Its population is aging. Its real estate market is teetering, youth unemployment is high, and Western companies are starting to pull back due to rising political risks. Plus, India, Vietnam, and Mexico are rising as alternative manufacturing hubs. The West is adapting, slowly, but it is happening. So, could the US and EU survive without China? The answer is complex but clear. Yes, they could survive, but not without significant economic pain and a lengthy transition period. The relationship has evolved from simple economic convenience into strategic interdependence with profound implications. Complete decoupling would create economic hardship for Western consumers, disrupt countless industries, and potentially accelerate rather than resolve geopolitical tensions. Yet maintaining complete dependency creates vulnerabilities that could be exploited during future crises. The more realistic path forward appears to be selective decoupling, reducing dependencies in truly critical areas like medical supplies, advanced technology, and military-relevant production while maintaining economic engagement in less sensitive sectors. Whether we're prepared or not, the relationship between China and the West is being redefined before our eyes. The choices made in the coming years will shape the global economy and international politics for decades to come. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.